Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. I am so happy to be here. Y'all wanted it. I'm going to tell you the story about how I accidentally lost 50 pounds while getting ready. So I have the most sought after palette, honey, that everyone wanted over the holiday season. Conspiracy palette. If you don't know, this is the Shane Justin / Jeffree Star conspiracy palette. I actually didn't get it on the first go around. I ended up getting this beautiful palette on pre-order after. So for my get ready with me, I got the Morphe Jeffree Star, bring it back, Morphe Jeffree Star brush set. I literally can't talk. I think that this drink that I made actually got to me because I was like, oh, everybody who does YouTube story times drinks. So I made me this little spiced rum. And now I'm forgetting my train of thought, but at least I'll be able to tell the real tea. Anyway, I'm going to be using this. I literally have not even used this yet, y'all. Like, I'm really excited to show everybody these brushes. They're actually really pretty, and I'm really excited to just give them a try. I'm not a big brush girl. I always buy cheap brushes, so I actually got these brushes on Black Friday, so that was actually a really big investment for me, along with getting this Jeffree Star Shane palette. It was $65, and I was like, ooh, sister, honey, child. This was really an investment for a girl, but since a girl got a good job now, I can do a little something. So that's really why I'm going to show you guys these cool products, because I, once upon a time, could not afford these. So I want to show y'all the magical world of brushes and how I'm going to experience these as a semi-rich bitch. Not even at all. Like, not even in that bracket. Anyway, with that being said, let's get straight to it. How I accidentally lost 50 pounds. It's kind of a long story, but I'm going to just give you the backstory so we can get straight to it, and I'm going to just do my face as we go. So with that being said, the only thing that I use for my eyebrows, first and foremost, is this like dollar store little pomade thing. I literally lost my other like Anastasia pomade, so I've been using this and it works really good. I think it was like Broadway brand, and I bought it from, I believe, Dollar General a long time ago, and it actually works really well. My theory about like makeup is that it really doesn't necessarily matter what brands. It's just really how you like sculpt out your eyebrows and make them look good. And also, I've always been balling on a budget, bitch, so that's all we're gonna do today. So I'm gonna do my eyebrows and let y'all know how I accidentally lost 50 pounds. So in school, basically in high school, I really got into fitness and kind of like working out and things like that. Like, my mom was really big into like working out, so like her and I would always do like these different like Billy Blanks videos, and we would always like go and like do these different workout classes, and that was like something her and I had in common. Like, we were always like trying to get skinny, and I wasn't necessarily like fat, but I always just wanted to like achieve like a really nice like body. I mean, shit, we all watch TV. Like, I love Nicki Minaj, I love Beyonce. Like, you know, I know some people's bodies are fake, but like, we still want to look a certain way. So like, I'm gonna keep it T with y'all. Like, that's what I wanted to. Her and I would always like work out and shit, and when I got out of high school, like, I would still like work out a little bit. I believe I was around 140 150 pounds in high school, so I'm not gonna really talk about my body before high school because I feel like that doesn't count, because you really get weight once you like really get into like life and letting things hit you and letting life experience you, and you start eating. So like, I didn't have any real problems in high school that I'm going to touch on that made me eat and made me overweight. I just had an average body. I still was insecure about it, but I just wanted to always get skinny. So when I went to college, we had our typical old like meal plan. So I had the meal plan, and I was like, this is lit. I can eat pizza, tacos, nachos. Like, they had all types of different foods and like all types of different shit. Side note on the eyebrows, like, I always just sculpt out my eyebrows and use pomade, and then I go back into the powder, pomade powder, and I just make them look really, really thick. And then I just really sculpt them out with concealer. Now, the concealer that I'm using is this Born This Way Naturally Radiant Concealer by Too Faced. I like it a lot. It's very smooth, so this is what I'm going to use. So when I got through the meal plan phase, I was like, okay, China, like, you've literally been eating everything you want to eat. Like, you need to, like, get back on a diet. And also, y'all, like, I was in acting school, so, like, I still had the pressure. Not saying that they pressured me, but I always had the pressure to look good and try to be skinny, not just to impress boys in college, but on top of that, like, my major was like highly how you look and like how you present yourself. And so, like, I always just wanted to live up to the standard that I held for myself. And I just wanted that like flat stomach, and I just wanted like my makeup to look good, and I just wanted the simple things. But you know, it ended up being much harder than I thought when I got to school, actually. So a big thing about acting school is that like you become like really in touch with yourself and like your body and like your life. So I was finding out a lot of things about myself, and I didn't necessarily like them, and it was just stressful for me. So I would just sit and eat and eat and eat and eat. So that was just like not good. So shout out to Tyler. I'm going to use his name because I have nothing bad to say about him. He was really into like working out and things like that. He was actually a trainer once upon a time, and he actually knew a lot of things about working out. So him and the guy that I was dating at the time, who was also my classmate, I would go and work out with them literally every day. I had Tyler like make me a diet plan, and I would go and lift weights. I would also like eat oatmeal every morning. I would wake up at 6 in the morning and go to the gym with the guys. I was lifting weights. But with that being said, like lifting heavy weights as a woman and then bulking and eating, I was following a diet plan like a man, and I shouldn't have been doing that. I blew up like a fish. So at that point, like I was gaining muscle, and I would try and find a picture, but like my traps. That's why I tell people, like, I know how to lift weights. So when I go to the gym now, I'm like, I ain't no pussy. Like, I know how to lift weights. Like, I was big. I was looking good, but I also was like gaining weight and depressed, and I would just try to work out, and it just was not working. So at one point, I remember I was about 165 pounds, and I know some of it, 15 pounds of it was muscle, but like, I just remember seeing my body like just changing. And my mom would always like talk little shit to me, and I'd always get mad at her. She's like, your body's changing and all this shit. And like, I know my mom just always wanted me to like look good and like feel good about myself, and she didn't want me to struggle with my body. So I was just like, Mom, like, it's fine, whatever. And she was just like, no, like, look at your body. So I was like, sis, okay. So I tried to like chill out, like lifting weights with the guys and shit. And then sadly, I had to get knee surgery, and that's like a whole nother story. Like, I dislocated my knee all the time, and I ended up slipping on ice. So that was my sophomore year of college going into it. So it was the summer of freshman year. After that, basically. So I ended up getting the surgery, and I had to like stop working out and all that stuff, and I like was just really, really sad, and I had no muscle mass anymore, and I was like still on my like workout tip, and I was just like, fuck, like, what am I going to do? Like, I gave up the weightlifting and all that, and I just had to start over again. So I ended up getting back into shape, and fast forward, I had to go to Russia the next year. So after I went to Russia, I was eating there too. I was depressed. Russia was an awful experience for me. I had a lot of issues with friends. I had issues with personal life, like finding myself as an actor. Like, so Russia for me was just like a time that was like not good. So my experience wasn't like everyone else's because it was really my fault, but that was something that was just brought upon me that inevitably I dealt with through eating. So in Russia, by the time I came back, I was pushing 170 pounds. And then again, my mom was like, okay, China, like, what are you doing with your body? I'm like, Mom, like, shut the fuck up. Like, I'm good. Like, I don't need you to tell me about my body. But I would just continuously just eat. That was junior year. Now senior year. Now I'm going to go and do my eyeshadow that I kept talking through. So senior year for me was just something that was a very hard time, and I can always do a story time for you guys about like senior year of college. Acting wise, it was like our busiest year. We had to do headshots, we had to do senior showcase. So those are all things that they care about your appearance. And yes, like in acting school, you can go to school in yoga pants, but you know, when senior showcase came up, my teacher, she wanted you to look A1. Everyone would tell you if you look like shit. If you had on this outfit, it doesn't look good. Your stomach's sticking out, all this shit. Like it would not matter. Like senior showcase, you wanted to look right because you wanted to get an agent, and I wanted to get an agent, and I ended up getting an agent. I was still fat. I felt fat. I didn't feel good about myself. And one time in particular, senior year, we had to go do headshots, and I'll insert a picture of my headshots. I felt so bad about myself. At that point, I was over 180 pounds. Like my face did not even look like how it looks now. I was like, I don't feel like I'm going to even be able to show myself how I wanted to because I was overweight. And in acting, like they cast you how you look. And I wanted to be judged not by my body, but by like my talent. And I just knew it was a skinny broad inside. And I just wanted to push her out, but I just couldn't. So that was a really big thing for me. About March of my senior year, I was going through a really tough like breakup with like this guy, and he's a horrible, nasty ass person, and I hate him and wish horrible things to him. But with that being said, like I was fucked up and I was very upset. I was very ill and I didn't feel good about myself at all. And at that point, like I had to get a grip and I had to get a change. Like I developed horrible anxiety in school, so I would just continuously eat, and my anxiety made me depressed. If anybody's ever had anxiety, like I can do another story time about that. Like you know that you feel like shit, and when you feel like shit, you don't want to go anywhere, and then it makes you depressed. So I feel like anxiety and depression do go hand in hand, and I haven't experienced extreme depression, but I have experienced anxiety to the point where it would literally make me throw up. So that's a really big factor into why I lost weight, and also why I had to change my lifestyle because of my anxiety. And I'm already going to say this as a precursor. My anxiety was so bad to the point where it would literally make me physically throw up. So I had to also get myself back healthy because I was literally throwing up and I couldn't help it because I had such bad nerves and I felt so bad about myself. So if anybody's experiencing depression and anxiety and eating, I'm telling you, you can get through the shit. It's really fucked up and you're gonna have to find your own avenue, but honey, I promise you, you can get through it. So I'm gonna tell y'all straight up next how I got through it. Now I'm going to do a lemon strawberry burst kind of eye because I'm gonna wear black today with my Jeffree Star palette. I'm going to go in with the food videos, which is one of the most sought after colors, and use one of my old Naked palette brushes because I trust this brush and it works great. So anyway, ooh, this is so pretty. Like I love this color. Wow. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. So anyway, it was March 2018. March of 2018. I graduated from college going on 2 years ago. So that was going to be May 2018. So it was March of 2018. I literally was like, okay, China, you're sick as fuck. You need to get a grip. Like, it's something going on with you and you need to just get better. So I said, fuck it. My anxiety's so bad, like I'm not going to fucking eat like shit. I literally had no appetite, but I had to eat. I had rehearsal, so I had no choice. So literally on a whim, I went to the grocery store. Keep in mind, at this point, I'm 5'3" and I am 184 pounds. I went to the grocery store, and you guys know how at any grocery store, they have like the pre-cut up fruit, and it's a little bit more expensive, but they have it and it's like easy to go, and it's like $4 or $5. I literally went and I grabbed some honeydew melon cut up. I grabbed like I don't even know how many ounces, 8-ounce thing of chopped up already honeydew melon, and then a second one of cantaloupe, and I was just like, fuck this, I'm gonna eat some fucking cantaloupe and some honeydew melon. I feel like shit. I have no other option, so like what am I going to do? So I got that, and then I went, and you guys know, in the deli, because I was in college and I literally could not cook. I didn't feel like it. I was depressed, so I didn't want to do shit. I went to the deli and they had Caesar salad already chopped up, and we have this place in Chicago area called Jewel Osco, and they had like already pre-cut up Caesar salad, and I was just like, let me get 2 pounds of salad, and it ended up costing me like $12 in this big tub. And I literally got the salad and I got the cantaloupe, and I was like, I'm going to do this detox tea diet that my mom sent me. I went and got the dandelion tea. I got the 100% Knuckers cranberry juice, whatever it's called. And I said, I'm just going to do the shit and try to get my life together. And I literally did it. I ate melon, and I didn't know that melon like has so much fiber and water in it, and my bowels started to move. I started to feel better. I just ate melon all day, every day. And then when I realized like a week later, I was starting to like lose weight and my stomach it was starting to go down, I was like, fuck it. I started buying whole cantaloupes, honey. I was eating a cantaloupe a day. I was eating 2 cantaloupes a day, cantaloupe and salad. I was drinking literally 60 ounces of water. I drank 60 ounces of water. I put 2 dandelion tea bags into my water, and I put it in overnight and let it steep. I put an ounce of cranberry juice in there. I shook it up, and I drank that shit religiously. I would go into class with it literally in my hands. I didn't care. I was like, whatever I'm doing is working. So as I started to lose weight, I started to feel like a lot better about myself, obviously, but I had to get ready for my pictures. Honestly, you guys, this is like so pretty. Like, get ready for my like senior pictures or whatever. And I remember I bought this dress off Fashion Nova, and now I'm gonna go in with Trisha. I think it's like Trisha Paytas, obviously, this color, hot pink. So I bought this dress off Fashion Nova, and I remember my mom telling me that like, you know, if it was gonna look wrong in my pictures, then she wasn't gonna let me wear it and da 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 da. And I was just like, Mom, you don't understand. Like, this dress, I'm gonna show you guys a picture. It literally had like a cutout in the middle of my stomach, so if you had any pudge, it would like pop out. I moved home. I was on it like right on rice, honey. I said, if I'm gonna move home, all I'm gonna do is literally work out. So I went home and all I did was work out. I got a Planet membership and I worked out every day. I continuously ate melon. I continuously drank 60 ounces of water, and I kept dropping weight. It was crazy. I remember I had an audition for Empire, and I had to go back to Chicago around September, and I had to go get an outfit, and I just remember like I didn't struggle with what I had to put on anymore. I was just like, boom, boom, boom. I was like, okay, like I was literally able to put on what I wanted, and I had no issues. And I'll insert that picture. By that time, I was about 40 pounds down. My stomach was starting to flatten out, and I started to feel good about myself, and I was just like, wow, like my metabolism changed. Melon literally changed my metabolism, and a lot of you guys don't know this, and a lot of you guys do know, and a lot of you guys have bought my ghetto diets. Like, I swear by my melon cleanse. Like, that is like a really big like thing for me. Like, eating melon like changes your metabolism, on top of it helps you with fiber and like your intake of water. So you're just getting like a double whammy. Like, fiber makes you shit, water is good and like flattens your stomach, and then like it's just like a magical reaction. So that's something that I will always swear by. So we're by October, December, it was like Christmas time, and I remember I was Tekashi 6ix9ine in October, and I went to go get an outfit for that, and I got like this like 2-piece little black set, and I just got ready at my friend's house, and I just felt so good about myself. I'm using e.l.f. eyeliner, nothing special, honey. I felt so good about myself, and I was just like, damn, bitch, like, how did you do this shit? And then everyone started questioning me. How did you do it? How did you do it? What did you do? How did you do it? What did you do? And like, I didn't necessarily have like an answer for people, because I kind of like felt insecure about it, honestly. And the reason why I felt insecure is because I just feel like people wouldn't believe me that like I just literally drank a bunch of water and like ate like melon. But that's literally all I did, is eat melon, Caesar salad, and drink a shit ton of 60 ounces of water throughout the day. So when I kind of like came across people who were like, you know, now I'm on the other side, like I am 50 pounds down now, like I'm posting pictures of my stomach, like snatched, everything, and everyone's looking at me like, you know, you don't understand what it's like to be bigger. And like now when I meet people and I'm like this size, like I'm literally 135 pounds at this point. People don't believe me. Like they say things and make comments about like, you don't understand. They're like, you're skinny and da da da. And I'm just like, you're looking at one side of the spectrum, honey. We don't talk shit about people's bodies and other things like that because that's fucked up. And when you're on the other side of things, like I really get to see how I'm treated when I also was bigger. So it's just funny how people who are full figured will look at you like you're just skinny and you don't understand, like you don't get it. And I'm like, no, I literally used to be your size. So that's something that I will say was a big factor in like how it made me feel. And people were like, your booty's smaller, like you look completely different. But my life changed. Like I became healthy, like I didn't have bad anxiety anymore. Like I got my life together, and I don't know, that's really it, guys. Like that's the story of how I accidentally lost 50 pounds. So something that I will do, and if you guys like want that, like I will definitely like do like another video like talking like more into depth about like my melon diet and like all those things that like go into it, because shit, it's really important to like feel good about yourself. And I've seen people countless times who are like overweight, like no, like I love my body, I feel good. Then you turn around and somebody's lost 50 pounds, 60 pounds, 70 pounds. And my thing is like you have to be disciplined. If you're not disciplined in your diet and like your regimen, then like it's literally no hope. Like you have to get tired of feeling like shit or like not loving your body enough for you to like make a change. Like I'm the worst person to put on eyelashes, y'all, but I'm gonna do it for y'all like real quick. I don't even use tweezers. I like so like I love my body a lot more now that I feel confident in myself. And I'm not saying like losing weight is for everybody and being full figured, there's nothing wrong with that, but like it made a difference for me. And seeing my body always fluctuate and just like being able to like go places and try on clothes and like not feel bad about myself, like that was a huge factor for me. I guess I can actually talk about some more shit since I have more makeup to do. I've actually been not wearing a lot of foundation, so I'm actually gonna do like a little like tutorial on how I do my milky shiny face real quick, and then we'll finish up the video. What I have right here is this rosehip vitamin C. So it's just a serum, and you can just kind of find a serum that works for you. I just like put it on my face and I start to just like rub it around in like circular motions. So as I'm like rubbing this on my face, I'm gonna just get it up on my forehead too. Never forget your forehead because everything will look uneven, and a lot of the times your forehead can be darker than your normal head. So that's like a really big factor. So I'm gonna rub this on, and then I'm gonna go ahead and put on my little chapstick that I'm gonna use. So everything's just nice and shiny. And also it like really helps like take off like the excess makeup that you could have on too, so that's like a huge factor. The only thing that I use right now is like Candid by Revlon, and I'm actually almost out of it. I'm also going to use my Real Techniques brush, and all I do is use like a little bit and just like dab it on my face. And I'm just going to go into it with circular motions. Serum, it's going to make it look dewy without having to buy something that is dewy. It's just going to always look really nice and fresh. Just make sure you like blend into your forehead. Yes, it looks nice and smooth. Nice and smooth. And then I'm going to use this e.l.f. highlighter jelly. Now I bought this at Target because I thought it looked really cool, and it's just like really like, it's jelly. So I always just put a little bit on the back of my hand. It's like really shiny, and then I just put it on the bridge of my nose. Like I'm not contouring today or anything. Like, oh yeah, she looks nice. And close that up. So this is just kind of like what I do when I'm like, okay, China, like you want to go out and just like look cute tonight, not do too much, but just do a little bit. I'm not going to overdo it on the face makeup. The last thing that I do is just go ahead and put on a little blush. I'm just going to go in with this like Anastasia duo. Oh, I love this. This feels so good. And just touch it up on the cheeks. Just going to give her a little bit of color. Oh yeah. So yes, y'all, please let me know if you want to know anything else about my life and my weight loss. Please make sure you like and comment and subscribe. Give this video a thumbs up before anything, y'all. And let me know what you want to see next week. I'm going to continue to give y'all some videos. And last but not least, take off this scarf and give her a go. A go. Alright, y'all. Thank you so much for watching my story time. And I can't wait to see you again for another one. Cheers!